Hello everyone. Let's see how to automate application deployments using Jenkins. So here we will deploy a Java application into Tomcat server using Jenkins. So to do that, we need a few softwares to be installed. So for example, Git, Java, and Jenkins. So we'll be pulling the code from GitHub and then we will package it using Maven and we will deploy that var file to Tomcat server. This is what we'll be doing in this session. So now let me start installing the GitHub. Let me start installing Git. So GitHub is installed. Now let's install Java, and then we will install Jenkins. So I'll paste these commands in the description of the video. So we will be adding Jenkins repo. So Java isn't installed yet. Okay, Java got installed, and let's add the Jenkins repo, and we will use Jenkins key file from Jenkins CI, and let's install Jenkins. Now I'm install Jenkins. So Jenkins is getting installed. Now let's start Jenkins. Systemctl start Jenkins, and now let's check the status of Jenkins. So Jenkins is active and running. So by default Jenkins will be available on port 8080. So now let's access it from browser, colon 8080. Okay, the reason it is failing is because I should give the security groups. That is the reason it is failing. Let me add the security group. Security groups, let's attach the security groups here. So by default only 22 port is enabled, but Jenkins runs on 8080 port, so we need to enable 8080 port. So let's say all traffic, I'm allowing everything, every port. So and I say it can be accessed from anywhere and save it. Okay, now everything is enabled. Now you can access Jenkins. So Jenkins is up and running now. So this is the administrative password for Jenkins. So let's go and get it cat, and this is the password. So using it, log into Jenkins and create your own account in Jenkins now. So now install the suggested plugins. So there will be few plugins by default which we need, like Ant, uh, So the suggested plugins are getting installed. There are thousands of plugins available. So if we want to extend Jenkins with any other tool, any cloud provider, we will install Jenkins plugins from manage plugins in Jenkins. I'll show that. So create an account. I'll say admin. Now I have created my account and start using Jenkins. So now let's see. So Jenkins doesn't have any project by default available. So now let's create a project in Jenkins. I'll create a freestyle project with name demo. And if you see in demo project, if you go to demo project and workspace, there's nothing available currently. Now let's go back to demo project and configure, and let's pull the code from GitHub. This is our first step. We need to pull the code from GitHub to package it. So let's say source code management is git, and I'll paste my GitHub URL here. So see, this is my GitHub URL, and I will paste it over here. And I'm not providing any credentials because this is a public repository. If it is a private repository, I'll just go add here and click create credentials. So I'll save it and I'll execute it. Build now. So build is happening, and so it is successful. It has pulled the code from GitHub. Now let's see the workspace here. If you go back to demo and see the workspace, and your source code is available in your workspace. Earlier this was empty. Now let's package this into a WAR file, our application, our source code into a WAR file to deploy it into Tomcat. So for that we need to install Maven. So let me install Maven. And once you install Maven, now you need to integrate Maven with Jenkins. So for that you will go to, as I told, there are some suggested plugins got installed, but there are so many plugins which we can install. If you go to manage plugins, and these are all the available plugins which are already available. Let's say for example, when we install suggested plugins, these are the plugins which got installed. And now sorry, these are the installed plugins, and these are all the available plugins. Now we need Maven integrator for packaging our application. So I'll install Maven integration, and I'll say, so Maven integration plugin is getting installed. Let's give it a minute. So Maven plugins got installed. Let's restart the Jenkins now. So Maven is a build tool for Java application. Maven Ant is the build tools for Java application. For .NET you have different tools. If you are deploying a .NET application, you will use different build tools. As we are deploying a Java application, let's use Maven now. So Jenkins got restarted, and I'm logging into Jenkins. And now if you go to your project, uh, go to configure to configure your Maven for packaging your application. So build, it's in build. So if you see, there will be something called invoke top level Maven targets. Now you say package. Maven has some targets like goals: package, deploy, compile. So we'll use package so that it creates a war file. Now let's save it and run and build it now. So it is running. So it is downloading the required packages for my application. So it is successful now. Now let's go back to our workspace and see if the WAR file got created. If you go to target, you will have your WAR file. So this is the WAR file. So this WAR file will be built based on your pom.xml file. You have a pom.xml file which is available for your application. So based on your pom.xml file, it will create a WAR file for you. Now once the WAR file is created, let's deploy this application into Tomcat server. So for that we need to install Tomcat. So let's install Tomcat. Let's go here and let's go to Tomcat 9. Let's say Tomcat 9 for example, and let's say this one. Let's copy the link address of it. Copy the link address, and now wget and do this. So a Tomcat is getting installed. Tomcat is getting downloaded. Okay, let's unzip it. Unzip Apache Tomcat. Okay, your Tomcat got downloaded now. So by default, on which port Tomcat is running, let's check it. Apache Tomcat. Now I'll go to conf folder, which is configuration. Tomcat related configuration files will be available in this folder. Now go to cd conf, and you will have server.xml file. So you go to server.xml file and check for the port number where Tomcat is running. So Tomcat is also running on 8080. So 8080 is already available for Jenkins is already using 8080. So now let's update the Tomcat port number. Let's say 8090 where Tomcat is running. And now go back to bin folder and restart your Tomcat. So you have catalina.sh. Now change the permissions for your catalina.sh. And now you just start catalina.sh. So your Tomcat is started. Now let's access Tomcat on port 8090. Go back to your this one, and as Jenkins is running on 8080, we can't use a default Tomcat port of 8080. Say 8090 is our Tomcat port number. Okay, Tomcat is up and running now on our mission. Now let's try to log into Tomcat, and when I use this, it throws an error saying that you need to set up a username and password for Tomcat. And it also says that by default manager only accessible from a browser running on the same mission as Tomcat. So now Tomcat is running on AWS in cloud, and we are accessing it from my laptop. So there is some more restrictions which we need to update that in context.xml file. Okay, so we should be doing two changes. One is we need to update username and password, and the other one is we need to update the context.xml file. So let's do that now. So let's go back to ls, and you have Tomcat's users.xml file. So now you edit your Tomcat user.xml file. Go to bottom and add your username and password here. So let's say I want to add this one. And I need to add the username password. Let me add the username password. Let's say my username is Tomcat and password is Tomcat, and I'll place it over there. Okay, now your Tomcat username and password is Tomcat and Tomcat. let's go back to let's go back to the other file, which is context.xml, because my Tomcat is installed in cloud and I'm accessing it from outside of the cloud, so I need to update this context.xml file as well. So let me go back to Tomcat folder. Let me go back to web apps folder, and you have what? CD space manager, and you have meta-inf cd meta-inf, and you have what? Context.xml. Now let's say va context.xml. So by default it is allowing you to log in only from this machine. So let's comment it out uh, this way in the context.xml file. I'll paste this in video description. So go back to your Tomcat where it is installed. Now comment it. How to comment it? Say with comment till here, because we are not allowing any IP. It can be accessed from anywhere. Just give me a minute. Now we have updated this as well. So what we need to do, we need to start our Tomcat server now. So to start, all the configuration files will be available in conf folder, and all the sh files, fat files will be available in bin folder. So let's go back to bin and restart our Tomcat /catalina.sh and start. So Tomcat is started now. Let's go back to browser and run this, and now you're getting username and password option. So you have logged into Tomcat, and if you see, there are some default applications available in Tomcat. Default applications is available in Tomcat. Now we need to upload our application in Tomcat, the one which we built, the WAR file. So let's do that now. So to do that, we have installed Tomcat in our Linux machine, and we need to integrate a Jenkins plugin now for Tomcat. So let's go back to Jenkins and go to plugins dashboard. Go to manage Jenkins, go to manage plugins, and available plugins. Go to available plugins, and the plugin which we need is deploy container plugin. So go back to available and start searching for deploy container plugin. Deploy container plugin. This and install this plugin. Now let's restart our Jenkins. So till now what we did, we pulled the code from GitHub, and we package the source code into a WAR file, because as we are developing a web application, we are packaging it into a WAR file. Now we need to deploy that WAR file into a server. So we are using Tomcat server to deploy it. So our Jenkins got restarted after we downloaded the plugin. Now go back and go back to your demo project, and now if you go to configure, so your build is completed. Now you need to do post build actions. What you will do after build? So add post build action. Now you have deploy var er to container. This option will enable only after you install that plugin. deploy container plugin. Now what you need to do is you need to deploy your var file, the var file which is available, you need to deploy it. So what you need to do is, let's say your context path is test. So with this name you can access this application, and you say Tomcat 9 which is installed. Now you give your Tomcat credentials and Tomcat URL. So no, unlike GitHub, Jenkins has some credentials. Sorry, GitHub, Tomcat has some credentials, and we will provide those credentials. Our username is Tomcat, and our password is also Tomcat. And just add it. ID by default it will come, and now add the credentials Tomcat, and now you give the Tomcat URL. Where is your Tomcat available? It's available in 8090 port. So give Tomcat URL and the var file information. So you just give this way, and you save it. Okay, now you just run your application and see. So you have deployed your application to Tomcat server successfully. Now go back to your Tomcat and see your application is available, test. So you just open this, and your application is available here. So this is a sample application, that's why you are just seeing this. So this is how you deploy an application into Tomcat using Jenkins. So there are so many steps which we need to do. For example, let's say after building a package, we need to push it into an Artifactory server, a JFrog server, JFrog Artifactory server. So we will cover all those things in the next session. Thank you. If you have any doubts, please comment and I'll reply on that. Thank you.